Okay, so for the people watching the VOD, here's what I'm gonna work on today. The main topic is gonna be trying to fuzz my HTML parser. I tested it somewhat, but I keep finding occasionally bugs that trip assertions. So I want to add more assertions, and I want to, well, test them. So I want to basically, and I want to do that via fuzzing. So that's what I'm gonna work on today. Okay, now time for me to start my stream. Okay. So let's see. Let's see. Let's do some fuzzing. I'll be right back. Okay, so let's take a look. So 13 Zig code as a black box. I'm not gonna read the blog post because I've already read it. I'm sorry, but if I don't know, if you're watching this video, you wanna read it, you saw how I found it. Fuzzing Zig code using AFL plus from Squeak, Ryan Liptak. So yep. And the interesting part is here. The interesting part, hopefully, assuming it still works. Assuming it still works, this is what we want to do. This is our success. Also, he has these posted somewhere. I think we want to, yep, take a look at it, clone it. Oh no. Oh no. 3 years ago. I mean, surely. It is a pointer. Oh, Jesus. Root path? Okay, show me what the options are. Root module. Yeah, these are the options. Root source file. I think we want to copy paste. Oh, we didn't copy paste well enough. Oh, do by any chance we hear this? No, we don't, of course. Hey, Ipso, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Can you explain how you would implement fuzz testing? Yes. The answer is I don't know. I am not implementing fuzz testing myself from scratch. We could probably attempt something like this, and it would probably not be a horrible disaster. It would just be probably mediocre as the first iteration. But more interestingly, Ryan Liptak made a blog post a long time ago. It's 3 years ago now, where he explains how to fuzz Zig code using AFL++. So apparently he this was part of what he was doing while writing a library, and so he started by, I guess, testing stuff in a more manual semantic way, and then try to use pre-existing fuzzing tools. AFL++ is one of those. You can test an executable as a black box, but it's really slow, which, by the way, sub-processing your program makes it really slow. And so he says that it's much better if you can, instead of testing your application. Basically, if you test if you want to have this fuzz test your application as a process, you basically have to make your main function that reads from standard input, processes everything, and then tries to exit cleanly. And basically, AFL will try to crash your program by giving you weird inputs. Now, but he was saying that let's see. I wasn't checking. There was a bug in the standard library. Blah blah. So he did find some bugs that way. But basically, if you can make your application a library that then can be compiled into the fuzzer, then you get much better performance. And this is where he says this hugely improved execution speed. It went from around 500 iterations a second to around 9,000. By the way, this is the same situation in which you are in when your LSP is run as a sub-process. But I mean, that's a story for another day, I guess. So that's the approach. The approach is to basically use existing stuff. How does AFL test your stuff precisely? I'm not sure. But by compiling everything together, I'm sure. I guess it's basically like instrumenting your code and doing weird stuff at link time. So I guess what it does is that it observes all the symbols that your thing exposes and probably makes shims so that it can. I don't know. I have no idea, honestly. In any case, it does stuff. So that's what we were going for, and I found he has a repo with an example already implemented. So, but it's from last commit was 3 years ago. So I'm trying to see if it instruments branches. There we go. Oh, so it's evil. It instruments branches. So yeah, my hope is that this thing still works and that nothing was broken in the compiler between 3 years ago and now. I don't know. We'll see. If this doesn't work, I'll revert back to the black box executable version, I guess. What did I want to say? So this is my approach for now. Yeah. Okay, live chat. Also, let me get rid of that freaking emoji that covers text. I hate it. There we go. First time catching one of these early. Let's go, Joe. Well, I usually don't stream this late. I'm European, so this is very late for me. Excited to see how you go about this fuzzing and testing in general is something I want to get more familiar with. Yeah, nice. So now you know. I'm not really doing it, you know, the manual way. But we'll see. Let's see. I wonder if it's possible to add it to the Zig Package Manager so everyone can add it easily. I don't think this is something that works that way, because if you read the blog post, there's some manual fiddling that you have to do. You kind of, you know, in Zig, you are in control of your build pipeline. So you need to set your project correctly. It can't be really done as just, you know, plug and play in a sense. I don't know, maybe some of it could be provided as a helper, but it's like, it's very minor stuff. The reason why I'm basically using a pre-existing project is just because that's ideally the shortest path to seeing if the thing even works at all. And then after I tested that it works, I'll re-implement the same changes in my project, and it shouldn't even be that bad. You wanted to consider creating a fuzzing HTML dictionary to speed up initial coverage. Yes, I was hoping that somehow you could drive this thing, because otherwise it's going to produce random garbage that is going to be meaningless for us. I don't know how you do this. I guess I have to learn about something about AFL, right? I've never used it. So this is my first time. I'm an AFL virgin. So this is like me popping my fuzzing cherry or something. Okay, let's see if we can get it to work. Okay, set up the output name. Fuzz executable name, fuzz SAD FS path join. Oh, wait, what? Oh, yeah, it wants a lazy path. Oh, okay, right. Wait, this is Zig. Yes, it's Zig. It's all Zig. It's becoming modern Zig, bit by bit. Why is this depending on the compile as well? Doesn't your neck hurt looking at the monitor at an angle? No, it doesn't. I normally look on the other side. When I'm streaming, I look on the other side. So ultimately, it's like it evens out during the day, during a 24-hour period. You might want to set SED but can use equal bytes to false for fuzzing. What does that do? I'll do it, but what? If it works, AFL will practically write its own dictionary. Jesus, such advanced stuff. Wait, how do I set this though? Because it switches based on the built-in Zig backend. And are you suggesting I hack this to the lib? It cannot be overwritten, can it? You have to modify STD. Okay. Okay, thank you for the hack. Let me see if I can get it working first. So let's see. So we build everything and then add executable. Add package path. Nobody has foreseen this use case. Okay, we got we got the thing to work, but then bad stuff happens. Okay, let's see. Panic. Subpath is expected to be relative to the build root. But what's this absolute path? It's best to avoid absolute path, but if you must, it is supported by lazy path.cw relative. Fuzz exit path. Fuzz exit path. Fuzz exit path. Set up the output name. What is going on? So we don't do this. Instead, we add a system command yeah, we call add arg. Hmm. Oh, because it was in the wrong file. I'm dumb. Yeah, I need to go inside step run. I think that this code is from before. It's from 3 years ago, so it's probably from before all these new, fancy build APIs. Install the cache output to the install bin path. Oh, thank you. Can I just call it fuzz? Is it fine? Okay, we built. Now fuzz should fail. Why? Oh my god, what's going on here? Error. LTO requires using LLD. And then we have a bunch of other errors. Okay. How do I use LLD? Can I do here? Just F LLD? I don't know. Hey Johnny. Check this out. It's up there. Just disable LTO. No, I need LTO. That's the one time I need LTO. Fuck. FLD, FNOLD. Okay, so I have to do not the debug executable, not yes, the library. Wait. No, it's not the library. It's the executable, just not the debug one. Wait, is there like a I'm dumb. There's only one. Okay. No field name LD. Fuck. Come on. Use LD. Okay. No LD on Mac, so no LTO on Mac. No, I mean, come on. We can use LD. Can we? Why can we not? Right? Right? Not even supported. Oh. Oh man. Even sorry, Jacob. Capcom only. Holy shit. So this is how it is, huh? So this is how it is, huh? Good thing. I also happen to have a Linux machine in here. Oh man, it's been a while. Do I have Zig up in here? I don't even have Zig up in here. Okay. We're going on an adventure, guys. Actually, no. So, work start. Oh. It's been a while since I've used this, huh? Oh no. Bork, bork, bork. How do you switch here? 1T? No, this is... okay. I did not want to do this. Why did this happen? Why did he turn everything into that? I guess I need to do, I don't know. I forgot how to set up my thing, by the way. Sorry, Bork. There we go. What did I do? Install page. Okay. Okay, we got Zig. Next. So this is your user review of my new fancy install page. It works great. It wasn't immediate. This behavior is weird. it wasn't immediately clear that after clicking this, I would need to click this. I'm sure you can make this better. Otherwise, works great. Honestly, one thing, other complaint I have is that you're not piping anything into. You're not asking me to use sudo. You're not executing any shell script. So I don't know. That part seems a little bit sus, but yeah. Okay, so no more linker woes. GP the init equals false. Okay, so we have stuff to do. So here we build, here we edit. Oh, it's even asserting. So we want to assert. Okay. My message will never be read. What happened? What did I miss? Squeaks non example. Fuzzing is up to date. Oh, it's fine. I mean, there's nothing much left to change, right? I mean, what is this now? Can you help me fix this? I think this is like pretty much the only remaining error. Also, this is wrong. Incompatible types. No. Check here. Bool here. Oh, no. Never mind. It's fine. I mean, I'm not sure these notes are that useful, but... So suggestions on how to fix export. It's a built-in, right? So the docs should tell us. Strong. Oh, that's simple. Expected meme allocator for meme allocator. Jesus, what is this? The Middle Ages? There you go. Unable to spawn AFL Clang LTO. Now, how do I get this stuff? Since the plan to adopt LLD on Linux real soon, what was the problem on macOS? The problem on macOS is that, yes, this fuzzer needs LTO. Which LTO? Oh, I don't know. A good one. Is that a satisfactory answer? Yes. So how do they get AFL Clang LTO? Nix shell-p AFL Clang LTO. No way that fails. Fuck. AFL. Package AFL is not supported on Arch, refusing to evaluate. Oh wait, does that thing even run on Arch at all? Uh-oh. No, wait. Dude, I want to search. I don't want to go to that page. I guess I might need to cross compile, and then I don't know what to do. This might be a bit of a block here. Do they have releases? They do have releases. Just source code. Okay. So they don't offer pre-built stuff? Have we hit like a dead end already? An easy way to install a file with everything compiled is available via Docker. You can use the Docker file to just pull directly from the Docker hub for x86 64 and ARM64. Okay, so there is a version for ARM64. Wait, should I say maybe 257B? How does that match against their versions? 257B. Jesus, 421C. Oh, hey, holy cow. Hello? Hello, everybody. Hello. Okay, welcome to a fuzzing stream, which is turning quickly into a how the heck do I build this C++ project stream? Hello? Holy cow. Okay. Welcome everybody. So I should probably explain to people what's going on here, huh? Before you all leave. So here's what's going on. What's going on is that I've written... Okay, so question for, wait, I'll tab here so that you don't spoil yourself. Oh, actually it's in the title, fuck. So I wrote a language server for HTML. So maybe this is not a good example. Let me let's wait for the let's wait for the LSP to time out. And then I'll show you a little bit of my language server for HTML. I'm not showing you this one because this is what my templating language has extra extensions like weird syntax highlighting and stuff. Can you come and fix Prime's Zig game? What's wrong with it? He was doing a great job last time I was watching him. So let's see foo.html. Oh yeah, this here I was testing SVG. No SVG. Check out this amazing innovation. Check out this incredible thing. You close a span that was never opened and you get an error. It is shown to you as an error. I don't know if you understand what's going on here. So let me go into VS Code, disable my extension. I'll restart it because I don't trust it. It sometimes it doesn't close stuff. Okay. I create a new file. Select the language. I'm clicking. Select the language. Okay. Select the language from here. Select the language HTML. Autocomplete. That's nice. But what if... Oh no. There's a closing span. No opening. No complaints. I mean... Yeah. That's how it works. That's how it works. Can you imagine? HTML is the file format most used on the planet. What about closing P? Pulls it back, but it doesn't complain. It doesn't show squiggles. And To be clear, there is an LSP running. What about yours? And runners and tag. Mine does complain, yes. And also mine complains about things that are technically valid HTML. So for example, if you have, UL, and then you know what? Let me show you this in VS Code. Let me show you this in VS Code. Oh, wait, could not find super in path. This is true. Okay, we need to do some path magic because I renamed the executable. So boom. Now super is in path. I'm developing this stuff on this computer, so things keep changing. Okay, let's see if we have our thing running. Now, if it doesn't work, I'll switch back to Helix, and that's it. Restart extension, enable. Are you good now? The fact that it doesn't complain is sus. Oh yeah, there's an X here. Okay, we'll fix it. We'll fix it later. Oh, you know what? Actually, wait. I have it. This might be borked, but since I'm developing it, I can go to where my project is. Editors, VS Code, open. Yeah, don't save. And I can debug. Start debugging. There we go. Let's see. There we go. Okay, now I can debug my extension. Okay, let's see. So here's what I can show you also. In HTML, it's correct to do this. This is valid. You can do this. This is valid HTML. You don't have to close the LIs. I don't care. I still complain. If you want to write HTML that way, that's fine by me. But with my LSP, I want to complain about this stuff because, I mean, ew, right? I agree. Also, there's another side effect because the problem with allowing this is that another version of this is this problem where you do H1, basically. Just like you can see how, like, let's change this to that being two LIs. You see how this and this are the same case. Basically, you have an H1 tag that opens and then a second H tag. But this is valid HTML on paper, but in reality, this is clearly a typo, right? You clearly forgot to close it. Or rather, if I have to accept this as valid, then I cannot catch typos. So I don't accept it. I like it. It feels bad, and it would hide way more probable typos. So I complain about this as well. What else do I do? Oh, let me show you something cool. Let me show you auto formatting. Check this out. Check this out. So I think I added this by mistake. Okay. Check this out. I put a space between the first element, well, between the opening tag and the beginning of the contents of this element. I save, and it doesn't work, and it crashes. Fuck. There's something borked, I guess, with auto formatting. That should not have happened. Let's see how it works in Helix. Let's see if we can make it work. I probably introduced a regression somewhere. Okay. There we go. I don't think you ever closed the div. Might be. In any case, so you get the idea. The idea is basically you insert spaces. You insert spaces between tags that you want to align vertically, or actually content that you want to align vertically. And then when you take it away, so now I removed space between the open tag and the thing, and it pulls back also the closed tag. So basically you requires seeing like a tight fit. Also, who here has done this? And then you should be using classes, but you know what? You use a style, and you put a lot of style, a lot of stuff in your style, right? To a point where it becomes annoying, right? It's like it's a little bit too long. Now you want to put this. Now you kind of would like the attributes to be on multiple lines. Guess what? Add a space between the last attribute and the closing bracket, and you get vertical alignment. Pull it back, and it goes back horizontal. Is this JSX? No. This is... Oh man, this is like Zoomers trying to understand rotary phones. No, Haxor. This is HTML. This is what your grandpa... Your grandpa didn't have a JSX, and so they had to write this thing. A long time ago, before JSX was born, people used to write HTML. What keyboard are you using? I keep seeing Arst. The layout is Colimac. And in Colimac, QWERTY is, well, not exactly QWERTY, but like the row below, like you have ARST on your left hand. I know, I'm joking as well. So, this is what I'm working on. And by the way, you might have noticed that there were a couple bugs. And that's why I want to fuzz test my HTML tokenizer. But I was planning on using AFL++, but it seems that we have tooling problems because we... So, in, perfect normal fashion of C++ projects, the easiest way of building it, like they tell you, the easiest way of grabbing it, they don't give you pre-built executables, and they tell you just download this Docker container. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Many of the improvements to the original AFL and AFL++ wouldn't be possible without feedback. So how do I know if this AFL that I'm getting from Nick's shell is that one? AFL, can you do ++? Are those symbols even allowed there? Syntax error, so they are not. PP plus plus. Oops. I have no idea. I don't even know how to search Nick's my Nick's thing, so whatever. So this is not good as is. So let's see. Jacobly was saying that this blog post has this other repo is updated, the SteadyLib one, 2 months ago. Okay. They do anything interesting in here? Is there a zone file? There is no zone file. So, by the way, since people are here that probably have never seen this stream before, I work at the Zig Software Foundation. If you have any question about the Zig project in terms of roadmap, or I don't know, how do you do X or Y with Zig, I'm happy to answer. I guess my only request is you need to have first attempted yourself to download the compiler and do Ziglings or like a couple Hello World programs. So don't ask me how to write Hello World. That's kind of boring. You can figure it out yourself. But for more, slightly more complicated stuff or general questions about the project, I'm totally happy to answer. Next package is AFL++. I think I tried AFL++. Oh, that's the only one that I did not try. Let's see. It's not support on Arch Linux though. So I don't know. Maybe my version of Nix packages is a little bit old. I'm not, by the way, super knowledgeable Nix user. I would say, you know what? What I would do is give up on trying to get this AFL stuff to run Nix channel update. Is this gonna nuke my system? For someone who has never programmed low level, how would you consider learning C? Would you consider learning C to be helpful before picking up Zig? I don't know. I always just compile AFL. Oh my god, Jacob Lee. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. We compile AFL. I just suspect that the reason why there's a Nix package but it doesn't support ARM probably means that there's a reason. But you know what? I guess we can build around and find out, I guess. So learning C before learning Zig. Personally, I would not recommend it. So I think that the same type of... When it comes to lower level programming, there's a set of things that you need to learn if you've never done it. So let's say that you only done Python, for example, or JavaScript. There's going to be a bunch of concepts that you don't know yet. But those concepts are not C specific. Those concepts are like computer specific. They're specific to the subsystems below you, which go from the OS all the way down to the hardware. And none of this is really C specific, modulo the fact that your OSs are written in C, so they will have C-isms in them. So how can I say? I guess what I mean to say is that you cannot not learn anything about C if you want to learn how, for example, syscalls, the standard library that your OS offers, like the interface to your OS offers. You can't not learn anything C related. But if you go the C route, you will also learn a ton of C-isms and C-specific stuff that is absolutely useless outside of C, and that in the 40 years since when it was created to now has been, well, maybe more than 40, I don't know, yeah, 40. It's become completely worthless. For example, macro system, the way in which all the conventions in which C compilers expect things to be in the system or not. Some of which, my point is that you by going Zig first, you will learn some of that stuff as needed. You will learn, for example, some of that as you need to interact with that related subsystem in your OS. So you will learn a little bit about like C types because you will have to call C functions to interact with the OS or to interact with the C library. So you can learn this stuff as needed by going Zig first. If you go C first, you will learn potentially all of that, but it will be much harder for you because you will have to face all the horrible C jankiness. For example, you write a C program that has an error in it, boom, segfault. Like, segfault is all you get. You make the same mistake in Zig, you still get a crash, but you tend to also get a stack trace along with your crash, for example. So, I would say that there's only two arguments in favor of going C first and Zig second. The first one is, like, I need a job. If you need a job today, and your choices are either Zig or C, then go with C. There's gonna be Zig jobs, more Zig jobs in the future. Right now, there isn't a ton. There's a few. It's more than zero, I promise you. But there isn't a ton. That said, you know, there isn't a ton of C jobs either. More than Zig, but there isn't a ton of those either. So honestly, if you need a job now, go learn HTMX. I don't know. Go learn a JavaScript framework or something. The second argument is that there's a lot out there. There are a lot more learning materials, books written for C in C than for Zig. Zig doesn't have books yet. I'm working on one. It's gonna be a while before it's gonna be ready. And it's not gonna be like this super complete thing, start to finish, like all of systems programming in one book. So the Bun guy said he was recruiting Zig coders today on Prime Stream. Yes, Jared, Bun, that's okay, one Zig job. So if you can get into Bun, then good job, great for you. But on site in San Francisco. So yeah, you have to. I think you can relocate, I guess. But point being, it's not like a universal thing for everybody, easily accessible. So the second point, as I was saying, is that there aren't Zig books. There are C books, and you can find a lot more of those. And if you're somebody who really likes learning through books, then that might be easier for you. The downside, though, like the caveat, is that those books will be full of old ideas that are not that used to be considered really good, that they're not as good, considered as good anymore. So, for example, you will find plenty of books where they teach you how to use malloc in a certain way. But nowadays, for example, in Zig, a lot of situations you avoid heap allocation completely, because in Zig you have to handle errors. You have to handle when your allocation fails. In C, people don't do it, and so that kind of like in Zig, there's extra friction for going on the heap, and so you realize that if you can avoid it, it's best if you don't do it. The second problem, and another thing is like arena allocators. You will find plenty of very old C books that don't have a concept of an arena allocator. Nowadays, an arena allocator and arena allocation patterns are very common. If you want an example, my parser. Let me find a good tab. I guess I don't have good tabs. Okay, this one will do. So if you look at my parser and you look at how I build, for example, my AST, the HTML AST, my HTML AST, it's not a tree of nodes with pointers, right? Normally you think of an AST as there's a node, there's a bunch of other nodes, and they're all connected. And no, this doesn't happen actually. Sorry. This guy connects them here. So it's a tree. So normally you think of these links as pointers. This guy points to this guy. Not in my case. In my case, nodes are not individual allocations placed somewhere around in memory. They're instead inside of an array. So I put my nodes all inside the same array, and they use indices to I should not have done that. And they use indices to point at one another. They use indices in the array. So first of all, on 64-bit systems, that's half the bits. And second, memory locality. Just as an example. So there's a lot of techniques that have been discovered over time that are like, if you find a super old book, Zig C book, I don't know, maybe you will find some, maybe you will find a lost pearl, like a pearl that was lost in time. But I would say that those books will be filled with like, I don't know, even misleading advice sometimes. So there's another downside. Honestly, it is a little bit tedious, but from a pure learning perspective, learning Zig is great. And the best way of doing it is leveraging the existing resources, which are not neatly packaged in a book for you yet, because they're still in flux, but they exist. And also there's a active community of people who are still discovering things, and like they can teach you things, they can help you when you get stuck. So if you want to get into Zig, here's my recommendation. Go to ziglegend.org, go to the learn section, read the language reference, scroll it. Like the language reference tells you everything about the language, not the standard library, the language, including built-ins. Read it. Some parts of it maybe will be a little bit too much. It's fine. Scroll through them. Just take a mental note that that thing is explained there, so you can come back when you need it. Then standard library documentation contains a view of the standard library. This is still, Autodoc is still not, fully fleshed. It's a little bit minimalistic. And you know, from the perspective of wanting to learn a language, you might find this a little bit annoying. You would wish this thing would be perfect. You know, Zig is still a young project, so a few things are far from being the final version of themselves at the moment. But here's a radically more relevant thought about this. If you go to github.com/ziglang/zig, and you go into the wiki, there's a page titled "How to Read the Standard Library Source Code." And you know what? We'll check it out now together. So, because here's the point. The point is that ultimately, the source code is the ultimate truth. Docs and company, they're good, they can be nice, and in the future they will be better in Zig. But the point is that as a developer, you cannot be somebody who cannot read code. You have to read code. You have to get used at reading code. So, where is the standard library code located? We tell you where it is. It's inside under lib std. How is it structured? Whenever you import std in your Zig files, you are importing lib std.zig. So this pulls this into your file. std.zig contains a bunch of exports, right? Public declarations that it grabs from other files and submodules inside of the std folder. Some of these namespaces will be very simple, like ASCII. ASCII is implemented entirely under libstd ascii.zig. But some other ones will be more complicated. So std.math has a math.zig file, but also a math subdirectory. And inside of it, it implements, you know, the entirety of math basically is split up into multiple files. But then math.zig re-exports everything that the math submodule wants to expose. So some definitions, some function definitions, for example, will be private to math and it will not be re-exposed. But while some others will be. And the ones that are re-exposed through math.zig. So basically the chain is this. You want to find if something is present in the Zig standard library. Your first starting point is, what can I get from std.zig? Then after checking fdd.zig, you will chase things, right? Is something that I get from math, then it's going to be in here. And then but maybe you will see only the re-export. So from the re-export, you can drill deeper. Also, if you have the Zig language server installed, you can do this. You can do go to definition. Go to definition brings you here. Like, my point is that maybe reading the source code on GitHub is not really what you want to do. It's not super hot. Fine. But go to definition is fucking amazing. So you go to definition and here we are in std.zig, and we mentioned math, right? So let's go into math. So this is math. Go to definition. You can go to definition on file imports, and ZLS knows how to chase them. So go to definition there, and now we see what's in here. And as you can see, some things are defined in here, like approx equal absolute. But some other things, like float mean, is not implemented in here. So the question is, where is float mean implemented? Go to definition. And that brings us to math float.zig. So this is built in here. So yeah, Autodox is pretty good already for exploring. Absolutely. It has a search box. So having a search box is really nice. But man, looking at the source code, this is the ultimate truth. This is how you learn exactly what you can and cannot do. And you know what you can learn also sometimes? That maybe that one piece of functionality that you wanted that isn't exactly there actually exists, but it's private. Or maybe it's like some lines in a function. And you know what you can do? You know what you can do? Maybe you wouldn't download a car, but you can copy logic from existing functions and use it to your advantage sometimes. So, you know, I don't know if anybody ever felt this pain where, oh no, I wish I had access to this, but it's private. And once you have access to the source code, you don't care anymore because you just, oh, it's private. Oh, yeah, now it's mine. Yanked. Mine. It doesn't happen often, to be honest, but sometimes it does happen. Jared said here at the standard library to to help learning, which sounds like a good idea. Yep, absolutely. Let's see. Hey, Loris, don't catch your stream often. Love your work. Thank you. Okay. Do you have to use LLDB, or is there a DAP implementation for Zig? You should use LLDB. So you can use LLDB and it works. In the Zig compiler, there's also under tools a Python script somewhere. I think it's this guy. No, this is GDB. I think there's an LLDB one. GDB pretty printers. Maybe it's the GDB one that also works with LLDB. No, there we go. LLDB pretty printers. Okay, so you can get LLDB pretty printers, and I guess you can get one of the other guys for GDB. You place it in a specific thing, and basically this adds extra knowledge to LLDB for using Zig. So you can already use LLDB without anything specific, but for example, the Zig a Zig slice is not natively understood by LLDB, or rather, LLDB understands a Zig slice as a struct that contains pointer and length, which is what it is. But if you use this guy, like if you import this thing, then it will know how to also pretty print strings. Are using allocators generally considered to slow your code as compared to not using allocators? Yeah, absolutely. Or rather, as a rough approximation, like the specifics really depend on exactly what you're doing and like your use case. But as a first approximation, stack memory is faster than heap memory. What I just said is absolutely wrong on a factual level because it's the same memory, but function frames and moving around the stack pointer is easy. Finding space in the heap, creating an allocation, doing the bookkeeping for the allocation, occasionally doing syscalls into the OS, and moving things around with the realloc, that's pain. That's real pain. So the point is that the heap allows you to implement memory management strategies that are way more complex than what you can do with the stack. But the reality is that oftentimes you don't need those. Like there's a lot of Python programs that because of how Python works, that have to go on the heap, where in reality that same thing and even things way more complicated could totally be pure stack. And that's why everything that in Python that is remotely computationally intensive gets it's done in C basically and called from Python. Is there any resources I can read on how Zig operates stack memory? The Zig compiler source code? That's a bit of a weird question. Can you qualify it a little bit better? Like, how does Zig operate stack memory? Call a function, pushes a frame, return from a function, pops a frame, declare variables. Variables go some in registers, some on the stack. When you call a function, some of the arguments to that function will be passed in registers, some will be passed on the stack. I don't know how else to answer this question. Maybe there's a couple more things to say. I believe that I don't know if it's Zig that does it, but like you can get a Stack Overflow crash. So you have like a guard page after the stack, although I don't know who puts it there, if it's Zig manually, DOS or what. Zig doesn't have a lock A. I don't know if anybody here knows what it is and cares, but Zig doesn't have it. Nobody likes it, I think, around here. All of that being determined by LLVM more than by the Zig compiler. That is a good question. I'm not sure. I think some with yes, but I don't think it's entirely determined. Well, not entirely. You didn't say entirely either. I remember at some point that some people were implementing register allocation algorithms for function calls. LLVM for sure decides, well, it's not even LLVM, but like if you're calling it like a C function, then the calling convention is fixed in stone. But with Zig, not as much. How is the non-LLVM compiler coming along? Not bad. We're getting really close. I think to it being shippable. Actually, there are some people in chat here. So Jacob Lee and Kubcon. I don't know if Mlag is also here, but like these three people can definitely speak to the custom backends more than I can. But I think that people have already built the compiler itself using custom backends. And like I remember that for x86 64 Linux, 90+% of the tests, the behavior tests were passing. So maybe if one of the core team people is here, maybe they can chime in. But yeah, so it's happening. We're getting close. Like check also this out. Let's see if I can find it. PRs closed. Oh, it might have not been a PR, had it? Was it? What happens if I search for watch commits? This is old. Sort by recently committed. I feel like I'm getting memed by GitHub search. Give me a second. Let me search this stuff elsewhere. There's a comment from Andrew that implements basically the watcher mode for the compiler. That's what I wanted to link. But I expected watch. Watch is still a PR? Oh wait, are you saying that it's not merged yet? Oh, there we go. Yeah, it was staring me in the face. Okay, yep. So this is a PR that implements watching, and this is all in the process of gearing towards, like, basically getting instrumentation up to speed towards incremental compilation and eventually hot reloading. So you can check out this comment from Andrew. It's pretty interesting in my opinion. So let me share it with everybody. I'll send it on both YouTube and Twitch. Okay. So shall we go back to the main programming now? So by the way, FL builds on Linux for me by just running make after cloning. I mean, and there's no way that it's going to be any different for me, right? It has to be pretty much the same. Couldn't be any different, right? So maybe we can make a new tab. I don't know what else. Do they say what dependencies they have? Actually, do they have a Nix file in here by any chance? They don't. That would be shell.nix, right? I don't see any shell.nix, so they don't. Why did it... Wait, why is it... Okay? Excuse me, Ark? Are you okay? Okay. Fuzzing in depth, blah, blah, blah. Read me. Oh, this is the dictionaries stuff. Okay. Docker pool branches. They immediately they don't even try. They just say Docker. Just straight up use Docker. And that's it. Okay, well, I guess if they need anything else other than make, we'll figure it out. Oh man, not make. What is it? Bin utils. Oh, let's hope that doesn't eat all the memory in this VM. Dusting my dudes. Live stream? Yes. I'm sure Nix is the most normal of environments. Yes. So you said just make. Conflicting types for argv CPI free. Warning, no zlib detected. Note, skipping x86 compilation checks. Schmat seems to be working. Holy shit. Thankfully, I have a working schmat. You seem to need to install the package Python 3 dev or Python dev. Perhaps Python 3 apt, but it's optional, so we continue. Everything seems to be working. Ready to compile. Little did he know. GCC 02. You know what? Let's get also LVM in here. Also, you know what? Maybe we can cheat like this. NS. This was my first time joining. Definitely will join next time. So got a head off. Well, thank you, Windazi. Thank you very much. And see you next time. No space left on device. I fucking knew it. God damn it. Nix. I don't have a ton of space in this VM. It's on me. I should increase the disk size, but I haven't done so. What's the Nix thing to make space? Nix... I think it's Nix store GC. Yeah. Okay, NS. Let's see if we succeed now. Oh, we already failed. Okay, so we still have these problems. Let's see. It's still using GCC though. The fact that it's calling GCC G++. Yeah, this is actually GCC. Why it's not using LLVM? Like, how do I get this guy to use LLVM? Well, I guess Clang. Sorry, I should say Clang. Successfully built. LVM mode for failed to build. Likely you either don't have LVM installed or you need to set LVM config to point to LVM config 11. Oh, you can pass this. Wait, is that how you're supposed to do it? Yeah, we still fail. LVM mode cannot be built. Please install at least LVM 11 and Clang 11 or newer. Dude, I have version 17. What's your problem, man? See docs install. Automake Flex Bison. Ooh. You need to find the alarm config executable. GCC Clang and LVM dev possible to your distribution. LVM dev doesn't really exist. I don't know how to get LVM config. Oh, you know what though? I might have an LVM in here myself. Wait a second. Wait. I might have an LVM myself. Don't forget GMP GIMP. Does it need both LVM and Clang at the same versions? Well, I would assume so. I mean, Clang needs LVM is something built on top of LVM. So I don't remember, where is this stuff put? Oh, there we go. Uh-oh. What do we have here? Haha. Where's config? Maybe I should add local bean to my path. So, I guess I can do this. Nix shell. I get bean utils. Then we enter here. We do cc equals. I can totally do this, right? No way this is a problem, right? You know what? It basically wants this stuff in path. Okay, so let's do this. How you set? Can I just export set the path in here? Is it gonna work? Wait, let me exit this for a moment. Can I do this? No. This is an old GitHub token. Yeah, let's leak all my old tokens. Um, I don't have anything with path. Yeah. That seems right. Thank you, Jacob Lee. Okay, that's right. Oh wait, exit. Oh yeah, no, right. AFL plus plus. GNU makefile .lvm. LVM 10 plus enabling never 0, 16 plus enabling C plus plus 17, 12 plus enabling blah blah blah. Building 32-bit variant of the runtime. Fatal error. Error.h file not found. What? What? Failed. That's fine. Okay. G++. Oh, now it's building the GCC version. Oh, what do you know? GMP.h is missing. Build summary. AFL files and supporting tools successfully built. The plus version means that I made changes from the last release. Like I have a local version with changes in it. LVM mode could not be built. Please install. What's LVM mode? Please install LVM and LLD 11 plus. LVM mode is the thing you want. God damn it. I don't know what to say. Like it finds them, it detects them, it detects that these things are like even finds a working LVM config. Checking matching versions of Clang and config. We have LVM config version 17.01 with a Clang version 17.01. Good. I suspect that we kind of failed here. I think the problem is here, right? All set and ready to build. A file included in instrumentation APL common.cc. Fatal error, Erno. Like, it's weird though that it cannot find Erno, right? Like, why can it not find this? I guess this has to do with some of the dependencies that I don't have. Also, wait, are these things submodules? No, it's a sim link. Okay, fine. So... Cargo. Python 3 setup tools, cargo, libgtk. This file find GMP. Yes, that is true. Oh. So I guess with this we succeeded at the GCC mode. But the LLVM mode failed. Okay, I feel like kind of dumb because this error should not happen, right? Why is it not finding... Why is it not finding like the standard library? What is going on? Oh, wait a second. GNU Makefile. Clang option FLTO is not working. Maybe LVM Gold SO not found. Cannot enable LTO mode. So I guess that's something that has to do with my Clang. What if we use, sorry, with my LVM? How do we get LVM config? Man. Zig LVM has no gold. Why do we have a poor LVM? Okay, I feel like I'm kind of giving up, honestly, going down this path. What I'm thinking is we should go the black box route at this point. We're not going to be able to build this thing, apparently. So let's try the other approach, the one where we run the executable as a sub process. So let's go back to where the blog post was. Okay, now I need to get AFL++. Can I get it in here? Time for Brew to update everything. There's no AFL++. Do you mean Toml++? What even is Toml++, man? No. I want AFL. AFL-fuzz. Has been disabled because it has an archived upstream repository. Like, are you serious? Is it really Docker the best way of running? Oh, you know what? I guess we can compile it on Mac. right? Nobody can stop us from compiling it on Mac, I guess. I have too many tabs open. Toml++ is like Toml, but Tom in the name. Oh, so that's from that Tom. Like the normal Toml is the one from some loser Tom. This one is like that Tom, the genius. I mean, right? What else do we need? Endless list of warnings, like every single C++ projects. System error. No! Shmget failed! Oh no! Shmget failed. So, Schmart was working on the other side, and now Shmget doesn't work here. God damn it. Goddamn stuff. You need Shmget. Brew install Shmget? What even is that thing? Like share memory? I can have Shmcat. Is Shmcat good enough? Just implement it in Zig real quick. Shmcat is not even close. Oh. So Shmcat doesn't provide Shmget. You need to have Shm mounted. What? macOS AFL Shmget failed. Shmget is BSD. Shmat macOS issue 2021. Maybe I should learn what this Shm stuff is. Wait, did it fail completely? Oh, let's see what happened. So, main compiler successfully built. LLVM mode successfully built. Huh. LLVM LTO mode failed to build. This is fine. GCC plugin failed to build. Fuzzing on macOS 10 is slow because of the unusually high overhead of fork on this OS. Consider using Linux. Dude, I would use Linux if it only built for if you only build for Linux. Although to be fair, wait a second. The basic tooling stuff did build for Linux, did it not? It totally did build for Linux. Like here, there was a bunch of pain. But we did get AFLCC. And all the rest of the tooling. Okay, let's go back here. Freedom mode work without any fiddling required. Can I do -p bin? Does it work? Did I get this stuff inside of bin? I bet you I did not. I don't see any bin. So how do you even say to make, please don't, put all your executables here in the middle of other things, but instead place them in a better place? There's just no way of doing that, huh? Ah. What were we using here? AFL plus AFL fuzz. Wait, supervising black box binaries. Quick didn't say what the executable was, right? For this. Please start fuzzing. Make clean all. Oh. Compile the program or library to be fast. Common way of doing this would be. Oh, we didn't do that dot configure. AFL fuzz. And then test the program. Okay, so AFL fuzz is what we need. You should have support in the Z compiler for libfuzzer. That's the deer. Okay. Well, at this point, I'm just gonna add AFL fuzz. Wait, what do I usually do? Home Christoph bin. Oh. Oh wait, actually we can close this because we have it here. Source example doesn't have a main. Test fuzz does have a main, so we can just build test fuzz. It imports example as a library because of, you know what, we can break this, like just remove these things. Ban an STD, GPA. I don't even think we need a GPA. Just STD in. Oh well, you know what? Okay, let's read data. For free. Okay. Oops. Okay. So this is it, I guess. Then we do. Does this work? AFL fuzz option, path to fuzz up. Require parameters. Input directory with test cases. Or -to resume, also see AFL auto resume. -o, output directory for fuzzer findings. Okay, so these are the two necessary things, and also strategy. Okay. Oh, -I to resume. So as in we already started. Okay, let's see what this says. Seeds there. Get a small but valid input file that makes sense to the program. When fuzzing verbose syntax SQL HTTP, create a dictionary as described. By the way, did you get LVM mode on Mac? I can totally work with that. Yes, I did. Fuck, no, I did not. I didn't get LVM LTO mode. I got some of it. AFL fuzz requires shmuff. Don't need LTO mode with Zig. Oh, let's go. So LVM mode is enough? Then we got it. Probably won't work with Squeak stuff though. Oh. Okay, so I don't know. Egg checks. Can I just do this? Is this good enough? Getting to work using exploration-based constant power schedule explore. Enable test cache 50 megabytes. Program board. Pipe at the beginning of core pattern. Your system is configured to send core dump notifications to an external utility. This will cause issues. There will be an extended delay between stumbling upon a crash and having this information relayed to the fuzzer via the standard wait PID API. To avoid having crashes misinterpreted as timeouts, please log in as root and temporarily modify AFL. I don't care about crashes. No instrumentation detected. Oh, maybe this is the strategy thing. Library AFL Frida trace SO not found. Why can't I be happy? Why is software like this? Why is software like this? Dynamic loader library path. God damn it. Doesn't like it. Okay, you know what? We're going back to the other side. Okay, we're gonna have more luck here. I'm sure. I'm confident. No way this is not gonna work here, right? This is not how this should be, but anyway. All right. Oops. Your system configured the current crash notification, blah blah blah. To avoid crashing the internet timeouts, please run the following commands. Sure. Let me pipe these commands into my kernel. Fish. Unsupported use of equal in fish. Man, this guy is not being fish friendly. Variables cannot bracketed. In fish, please use I'm afraid that those curlies will be interpreted literally. No, maybe not. Okay, we run it. New complaint. Looks like the target binary is not instrumented. The fuzzer depends on compile time instrumentation to isolate interesting test cases when mutating the input data for more documentation and for tips. When source code is not available, you may be able to leverage QEMO mode support. Oh, right. We should do the dash Frida, right? Dash O. Is this any better? Checking CPU scaling power. Warning. Could not check CPU mean frequency. Library AFL FIDA trace not found. As a traditional non-instrumented fuzzer, for that use the dash N option, but expect much worse results. Dude, at this point I just unable to open dict.txt. Read test cases, not a directory. Oh. Is this better? They probably... All test cases processed. We need at least one valid input seed that does not crash. Oops, the program crashed with one of the test cases provided. There are several possible explanations. Okay, we're getting to a point where this is more like reasonable. Still, this whole fuzzer thing, it's just disappointing. I guess let's try to make a better dictionary. Although, you know, it's kind of sad to have to face these things when Jacob Lee was mentioning earlier that if we had the other version working, we, like, he was even saying that AFL would basically build its own dictionary automatically. That seemed so sexy. Let's see how we do this. Get some other info file that makes sense for the program. When fuzzing verbose syntax, create a dictionary as described. Okay, you know what? Maybe this is the moment where we make an actual build of the parser. I don't know. No, this is not sending me to where I expected it to send me. Oh, actually no. This is it. Right. This is actually okay. So I guess we can copy something from this. We need an allocator. We need to read everything. Get std in, read to end. Okay. No. My super HTML dot wasm in here. What? I messed up my build script. Let's try again. This is super fuzz. Target is target. Oh, yeah. Okay, that explains it. Our function, our main function doesn't return errors. Wait, AST doesn't have the init? Oh, I know why. There you go. Okay. Okay. I mean, it's running, but I suspect it's like very sad. And they were saying it was very slow. 0 days. Yeah. Yeah, this is, I feel like this is like real sadness. Yo. I'll take it. I'll take it. We can improve the dictionary, by the way. Ooh. I know what the dictionary should be. Okay, let me think. Okay, so here's how we can do this. Okay, I know how to improve it, but first I guess we can observe the crash that we found, and then we can do better. And I know where to procure a good dictionary, or at least a good, like, one good test case. So, crashes hangs of output dir directory. You can replay crashes by feeding them to the target, e.g. if a card is using std in. Oh, crashes comma star. Oh, okay, so this is saying like there's a bunch of those and into the program. Okay, so well, let's take a look at the crash. Oh, it's one file with commas in its name. Okay. Binary file. So this causes us to crash, apparently. That's actually easy to test. There you go. That's how you test it. Reach unreachable code. Write current stack trace, blah blah, assertion failure, where assert current first child index is 0. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. How? Well, chasing this bug will take a moment. Oh, on YouTube, the one who has walnuts also told me the trick. You enter a subfolder where you want to put your outputs, and then you call make ... from there. Right. So, god damn it. That's good fuzzing. Holy shit. Okay. So here's what we can do. So this is, I guess this is good. We want to save this. Here's what I'll do. And now I get it. Like the outer folder is like run 1, run 2. That's how you want those to be. Okay. So here's what we want. We want to save that crash. So let's move crashes to old. Let's make crashes for real. Copy old / crashes this into old. Then remove old. Then in move it into cases, and then copy Z012 files doc langref into cases. So the people, in case people don't know what I did, let me open this. This is a big chunky boy. This is a big chunky boy HTML file that, as you can see, the LSP takes a while to parse, but it takes a while to parse, like for real. So let's close this, and let's take a while. Let's wait for it to be done. Okay, so it takes a while to parse, but the problem is this. Zig build. So first of all, it's a debug build that I normally run, but also the bigger problem is the logging. There's a ton of logging. So it destroys my bitrate. Oh well. So also, why am I getting songs with lyrics? Don't want songs with lyrics. Vocals, instrumentals. Let's go back. Okay. The problem is the logging. So we basically want to do dash the scope equals LSP so that only... Wait, is this gonna work? Is this gonna work for this build? Hey, Squeak! My understanding is that small files are better for a fuzzing corpus. Oh, so are you saying that the thing doesn't chop it up as it tries to use it? I got the wrong LTO thing working with Zig. Oh. It does, but it will also add to it. Oh, I see. So we'll create like super complicated reproductions. So by the way, Squeak, I don't know if you just joined, but I tried. So I'm going with the saddest black box like sub-process strategy because the nice way of doing it doesn't work anymore. Or rather, I'm having trouble. I had trouble making it work. So I took your, what is it? I took your fuzzing example. I modernized it to modern Zig. On macOS, we don't have LLD anymore. But then in no, you're right. Maybe it should work. You know, the problem is like my setup because I'm on ARM, and like Nix shell has AFL++, but it refuses to install it on my goddamn platform. It says that it's not available, so nobody packaged it for ARM Linux. I tried to build it myself, and it kept fading in weird ways. So I don't even remember what was the Nix shell that I used. But in any case, oh, I guess I did only bin utils, right? Yeah, so the result is that it builds the supporting tools, but then it fails to build LVM mode. Instruction for building never work. Oh. Better link. Oh shit. Please tell me you have like fancy Nix stuff that I don't have, so that I don't have to think. Probably won't work for Nix, just a simpler build that only compiles what you actually need. I see. Yeah. The thing that really trips me is oh, I have to Is that it? Yeah, the thing that really trips me is this thing. Like, it says it can't find error node. I don't get it. Like, I guess it has trouble finding the steady lib, but why? How? Why does it not work? I don't know. Also, it says failed, but that's fine. So end result, GCC mode build, tuning build, LVM modes not built. Jacob Lee got the non-LTO thing working with Zig. So Jacob Lee, you have something to share? Like, in the meantime, I will, I guess, try to continue going down this path. So I want to disable logging, but I don't think we have it set up in this executable. So I have to set up... Oh, you know what? I think we should just turn off logging, period. So we do this. We go to definition. In here, we copy these. Okay, we set the log level all the way to the top so that we stop logging. And so I was showing you that my LSP was having trouble parsing that file, right? So if I build the LSP itself and I pass the scope equals only LSP, and then I open the langgraph, now it works right away. And I introduced manually 2 errors in here so that I could check when the LSP is done. So long story short, previously this was taking forever because it was logging a ton. Now it's not logging a ton anymore. So I guess the point is, yeah, now we have disabled logging pretty much in the fuzzer. Zig build fuzz -p AFL plus plus. Now the fuzzer. Oh, I keep doing stuff in tabs. Okay, so now we should be good. Dict. So I guess this should be called like run 1. Unable to open dict. Oh, you're right. It's cases now. Man. 30. Hey, the Alpha 4 stream. Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome, people from the raid. Holy cow. What a day, huh? So, I think, did you see it? There was a ZZZ at some point. Uh-oh. But you know what? We're collecting crashes. Holy cow. Who wrote that thing? I did. I wrote that thing. So, so we're looking at the dumbest possible way of using AFL, and it's still finding crashes. Well, that's good. I haven't converted it to build.zig.zone yet. Oof, okay. So, for the people who just joined, let me tell you what's going on here. So, first of all, up here you can see something, but here's the idea. I'll tell you while we wait for this thing to keep crashing my program. There we go. Here's the ZZZ. Here's what's going on. What's going on is this. I am writing a static site generator, and my static site generator, I've used Gatsby in the past, I've used Hugo, and I've come up with opinions on how I want my static site generator to work. If you're familiar with Zig, I'll just say one curiosity that's specific to zigging. I'm writing it in Zig, but that's not interesting by itself, right? It doesn't matter what you write this thing in, except that this static site generator is not one executable, but it's actually a collection of tiny tools that all get orchestrated by the Zig build system. So building your website is running a Zig build system pipeline. And it's awesome. And that basically gives me, the implementer, for free, a system that fetches dependencies, builds them for your system, parallelizes the process of, a static site generator takes Markdown, takes an HTML template, takes the Markdown, converts it to HTML, takes an HTML template, interprets it, bundles in your Markdown plus front matter plus other metadata assets, whatever, and then outputs the final thing. And this process is parallelized and cached automatically by the Zig build system, which is really cool. So like you change one page, and changing one page only causes that page to be repealed. It doesn't change everything else to be repealed. That page and maybe another page if that other page listed a section or something like this. Would it use the new watch mode? Absolutely, yes. Yeah. I've implemented a crappy version of watch mode for Zine. So you do Zig build serve and it spins up the server. Like I can even show you. I don't know if that's updated, but my blog should be updated. So Zig build serve. You go here. I don't know. I'm changing the title. You get the idea. So basically now serve will still have to exist because you still need to run an HTTP server to serve your static content. But some of the file, like listening to changes on the hard drive that it needs to, like right now, the HTML server triggers a zig.build every time a file is changed. With the new watch mode, things will work differently. Okay, so considering writing my blog in it, considering for too long since I don't know what to write. Well, it's still work in progress. So my recommendation is, if you choose it for something that is not too complicated and something that is not production critical, because things are improving, but it's taking a while. So case in point, I was saying, I wrote a static site generator. And the static site generator, like one thing that it does is that I hate these things. I'm sorry, like Jinja, mustache, handlebars. I really, I don't like this stuff. Oh my God, Jacob Lee, you're making me drooling. I want it. I want it now. I'm so looking forward. Can you show me your program? Wait, which program? Like my fuzz main function? This? What do you mean source? Source. If you want, I can send you, like I can post this somewhere. But yeah, you basically just grab super as a dependency, and then you call super HTML AST init, GPA, source, and the language. It supports two types of languages, HTML and super HTML, which is my templating language. So, but like the HTML version is good enough. Okay, so I made my static site generator, right? And I hate these things. I explain why I don't like them on the website, so I'm not gonna go into all details. But like, the long story short, these things treat your source code as pure, like simple text, unstructured text. Like, you know, I have an even funnier example in this other page. Like, look at this. Like, it allows you to do stuff like this. Like, what is this? And this example is nice and simple and actually always results in correct HTML, but it only takes a moment to template things in a way that where you produce completely malformed HTML. So here, this is where I started, and my templating language looks kind of like this. So for example, this is an if statement. You put an if attribute on an element. There's an expression inside the value that gets evaluated. If the expression is good, then the body gets rendered. If the expression returns false, well, returns true. It shows if it returns, if it evaluates to false, then the body doesn't get printed. Loops, similar way. You say loop, and then the body gets reevaluated multiple times, once for each element of your thing list that you're looping on. Inline loop, for situations where you cannot have like nicely structured stuff, inline loop is like a loop but copies the parent element itself multiple times. Yeah, so simple as that. So as I did this, I needed to have my template work, I need to parse HTML first. Like, my templating language is valid HTML where some attributes have semantic meaning. So as I was working on that, I originally implemented it using 3-seater as the HTML parser, but 3-seater had the problem that it doesn't implement the HTML spec correctly, and it's really bad for diagnostics. Like, 3-seater is great at reparsing tiny chunks of correct syntax in a sea of mistakes, and that's good for syntax highlighting, I would assume. I think. I don't know for a fact, but I think it's good for such syntax highlighting, but it's clearly not as good for diagnostics, at least in the case of HTML. So, what am I doing then in response? Well, at some point I decided to bite the bullet and get rid of 3-seater and write my own HTML parser, which is what we are fuzzing now. So now basically I implemented my HTML parser, and as I implemented my HTML parser, I also wrote an HTML LSP, because turns out that a lot of like, if you write wrong HTML in VS Code, you don't get an error. So like, if you open an HTML file in VS Code and you write I don't know, /span, like you close the span that you never opened, I can promise you that's wrong HTML. It doesn't bat an eye. There is no HTML LSP that shows you diagnostics anywhere, and so I made one. You can also find it on VS Code, although it's the super HTML extension. Although be warned, as you can see by what the fuzzer is doing, it's okay. It has issues, so those need to be fixed. But yeah, that's the idea. And as I was doing that, I also added fancy stuff, like the idea that if you have, let's say that you have, I don't know, another div in here. So you have another div. I have format on save enabled. If you put a space between an opening tag and the content, it signals to the auto formatter that you want vertical alignment. If you put it back, it gets preserved. And you can do the same with attributes. You know, you have maybe a long style thing, put a space here, multiple lines, take the space back, whoop, goes back vertical. So I think these are nice features. Another nice feature would be not crashing. But anyway, and the reason why you need anything other than an inline loop, it seems to work in both examples. Yes, the reason why you don't want an inline loop is because I feel like a loop, like I like the idea of structure. I feel like that you know, that's kind of the point, right? Like when you have a list of items, it's more semantically correct for them to be inside a container that wraps them and maybe use a UL element even. Not always, obviously, but it seems to work well. I feel like that a loop is more nice to read and understand for the reader. And I see inline loop as more of an escape hatch. So I want basically to encourage structured use over the other use. If it's false, should it not print the whole element? Otherwise, you'll get an empty element. Lost Marble Dev. Wait, I'm missing some context. Or let's make it configurable. And have to fix the styles. Oh, you're talking about if. So the if statement, well, the if attribute, should it not print the whole element? No, it's the same argument as the loop versus inline loop. The idea is structured use. And I am thinking of adding inline if. I haven't implemented it yet, but I am thinking of doing also inline if. But I do think that structured use is nicer. So yeah, so I built this, so if you want an example of what my templating language looks like a little bit, so this is, oh, I didn't save anything other than this. That's sad. I guess. So I just wanted to show you one thing, basically. I have a three-seater grammar for this that I was working on the other day. But it's nice that I'm getting all these nice errors. So for example, this block missing ID error, this is because in my templating language, if you're extending another template, all your top level items need to have IDs because they need to match. They need to basically map to a super tag in the parent element, in the parent template. So here I do, oh, you know what? I do it here. Yeah. And then also this super needs an ID. In any case, these are rules that I'm not explaining, but I like it how I'm able to, like, the LSP is really pulling a lot of weight. Three-seater is able to syntax align things nicely. Like, I'm really happy with how this is shaping up. Like, it's I find mind-blowing that HTML doesn't have almost any tooling for it. Like, okay, here's a hot take. I suspect that some people, not everybody, but some people today are using JSX not because they need any front-end runtimey thing at all, but just because the experience of developing JSX is superior than both writing simple HTML or actually you wouldn't be writing simple HTML, right? Because you want templating. So you would have to use a templating language, but then you would have to use something like Jinja or Go templates, those things that break your syntax aligning, they break your ability to navigate the code, they make you output malformed stuff, and like you basically lose all tooling support. You're on your own. While with JSX, you get errors. Like you get the LSP that tells you right away. You get autocomplete. Well, autocomplete you do get for HTML. But yeah. So I feel like the people sometimes are reaching to these tools that are like in some ways overcomplicated. Like, do you really need React for your personal blog? No, you don't. So I'm curious. I'm curious to see how this goes. Also, coincidentally, as I was writing this stuff, check this out. I was made aware of SquiggleConf that had an open call for speakers up until recently. So it's about a conference for excellent web tooling. What do you know? So I applied. I don't know. Well, I think they'll say in a bit they'll show their lineup in a bit. So I don't know if my talk is going to be accepted, but I hope to go there and tell people about how, for some reason, HTML doesn't have an LSP. It's the most used file format on the planet, and it doesn't have an LSP. So weird. Well, technically it has one inside of VS Code, but it's not one that's good. Okay, so I would say that these 2000 crashes are more than enough. Let's take a look at what's in there. Yeah. Squid was right. These are huge. Oh, no, they're not that huge. Is it? No, yeah, it's that huge. Okay, yeah, giving it huge things is bad because then it creates huge things. You can use GNU plot to plot from the plot data file. What's the name of the executable? Is it GNU plot normally? ggplot? I don't remember. Yeah, we're getting GNU plot, I think. Apple signing the executable on first run. Nice. Version persists option file. So just invalid command. Not working. Sorry. So I thought you had to be wrong about HTML not having a language server, right? Oh yeah. But nope, you're so right. Yep, only VS Code has one, and that's the one Vim users can use. Shanky. Okay, here's a pearl for you. Okay. Do you know what pre-tags do in HTML? So pre-tags, PRE tags, have semantic white space. Okay. Guess what happens if you auto-format a file in NeoVim using that LSP? I'm assuming you have it set up. If you have it set up, look what happens when you auto-format that file. Let me know if you don't. I can show you. Not with NeoVim, with Helix. You know what? I'll show you. Well, I'll show everybody else in the meantime. It's gonna take a moment in any case to set everything up. So hx health HTML. Right now, my Super HTML language server is configured. So now we change the config. Actually, is there like an easy way to change the config? -C specifies a file to use for configuration. No, I just want to change it. Oh man. ZLS is failing you? ZBS? By the way, Jacobly, if it's like a matter of integrating with my library, I don't know, you can commit something like halfway done and I can take it from there. Although I'm assuming you probably can figure out that line, so if it's not working, something else. Okay, so hx config helix languages.toml, and we are saying HTML, let's disable my super LSP. That causes hx to use VS Code HTML language server. It's AFL plot. I see. Okay, I'll try to get it. So hx hx foo.html. So let's test the auto formatter. auto formatting on save works. Also, you can notice that it has opinions about how to auto format. It likes to not indent head and body and put spaces between them. That's fine. I don't do that, but fine. Okay, so all fine and dandy, right? For now. Okay, so here's the thing, right? If you change the white spacing in here, that's a problem, right? If you change the white spacing here, that's a big problem. You can move this forward if you want, but you cannot change what's in here, right? And it's not gonna happen, right? Oh no. Oh no. VS Code itself doesn't do that, but the extracted LSPs, maybe they're an older version, I don't know, but they do this. I've seen this, so I don't have this set up on NeoVim. Actually, maybe I do. Maybe I do and don't realize. But oh, I should have saved the file. Oh, I did save the file. Okay. I don't know how to format. How do you format in NeoVim? Can somebody help me? I don't know how to do. I don't know how to NeoVim. I'm sorry. I use Helix. Why isn't there a format command? Code. Move, move, move. Up, down, move, move. Select all and then equal. How do you select all? I'm sorry, I'm a complete noob. Match. In Helix is percent. Percent matches everything, but this is here it's not doing that. Oh god, what am I doing? Help. I like this idea. Very explicit. LSP format request failed. So I might not have LSP stuff correctly set up in here. Unfortunate. Sorry. So I could only show you from Helix, but I've seen actually today somebody else showed me a Vim, a NeoVim with the full LSP setup for HTML. I forget the name of the thing that usually manages LSPs and stuff, but they had it all set up and they got the same PRE behavior. No, not Tish. a normal person in real life. Like, you know, not a Twitch celebrity. Just a normal guy. Yeah, Mason, exactly. Yeah, that's Mason. Yeah, well, in any case... Oh, wait, I guess... I think a lot of languages that have multi-line string features suffer from this indenting quirk. Yeah, but the problem is that... the problem is that the LSP... By the way, in case you're wondering... Let's open a normal HTML file. Actually, I can open this one, I guess. Okay, I showed you the wrong behavior, right? Let's re-enable my LSP. Okay, now we're back to my LSP. Guess what? You will see the top one move, but not the rest. Oh yeah, it moved. So everything moved up because another tag here got moved. Well, oh, these spaces got moved. Yeah, so as you can see, the pre doesn't move. Just as in NeoVim, same as Helix. This is the state of things. So here's what I would say. Try this out. Or rather, I don't know, star it, whatever. As you can see, it needs to be fuzzed, but... try this out. I think build step compile.zig is just borked. Oh no. So Jacob Lee, you couldn't make it work in the end. That's unfortunate. You know what? So let's do... I'll do one last thing and then I'm gonna go to bed, I think. Found a hack works now. Okay. 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 Sparrowphoria. Oh my god. Another raid. So this is the hot time where to stream, huh? I always stream while everybody's sleeping, so that's the problem, huh? Sparrowphoria, thank you for the raid. How did it go? Are you still working on your WASM simulation with balls and everything else? How are your balls? Balls were great. Thanks for asking. Awesome. Good to hear that. How are your balls? My balls? A bit buggy. So I'm writing a... Okay, so I think you're gonna enjoy this. Sparrow, can you imagine that HTML, which is probably the most used file format on the planet, does not have an LSP that gives you diagnostics when you write wrong HTML? It's mind-blowing, but that's how it is. So, let's see. Let's disable this thing. Close VS Code. Open VS Code. New file. HTML. And you write like /span. I know that HTML is kind of weird and quirky, but I promise you, closing a tag that you never opened, it's an error. So, as I basically was working towards getting my own templating language for my static site generator working, which is like a superset of HTML. So it's like it's HTML, normal HTML with attributes that have meanings. I basically wrote an HTML LSP, and I discovered that it's like the only one on the planet. There's technically the one VS Code has one, and everybody uses the one from VS Code. But check this also highlighters thing out. So. Look at this beautiful PRE, right? Look at this beautiful PRE. If I do hx health HTML, I'm using my LSP. But if I disable it, and it starts using the one from VS Code, get ready, format and save, boom. Goodbye to your PRE indentation. Goodbye. VS Code itself has, I think that the extracted versions are like older and they do this. VS Code doesn't bork your PREs, but in Helix and NeoVim, like Mason, defaults to using this thing, and people in chat were saying that they get the same behavior in NeoVim. It's unbelievable. So let's put back our LSP, and guess what? I'm gonna remove these spaces just so it's easier on the eyes to see that. Oh well, maybe I should also do this. But long story short, your stuff doesn't get borked. Can you imagine? And it tells you That's an erroneous end tag. Also, check this out. Here's another incredible feature. Oh no. Oh no, duplicate attribute name? Huh. Yeah. So yeah, be careful though. So word of warning, I'm fuzzing it. The fuzzer was finding like thousands of errors, so still work in progress. I mean, it works. I guess the worst is that it's gonna crash. That's it. So but yeah, that's the thing. So if you or anybody in chat is interested, you know what you should do? You should just star it, and then watch when I release version 0.3. Version 0.3 is gonna be the good one. I promise. No way it's gonna be bad. Hey, two step, how's the fuzzing going? It's going like even the worst fuzzer example. Even the worst fuzzer example ended up finding thousands of crashes. So. Well, thank you for stopping by. Thank you very much. Okay, let's try to see if we can make this run. Okay. Holy shit. I'm excited. By the way, I also made a WASM build of the language server. So there's a VS Code extension that you can use, but the VS Code extension will tell you that you need to grab the executable. Also, this is the old repo name. It still redirects, so it's still gonna work, but it's the old name. I changed it. But in any case, I also wanted to make a version of this extension that has a WASM build of the LSP in it. But Microsoft has bugs in their implementation of WASI, and so you need to have this experimental extension from Microsoft, and they have other bugs. So I made it also almost got it working, but then their bugs caused issues this time. Oh no, I don't need to save. Just close and save. Anyway. File not found. Okay, we couldn't find a program. Because I think that there's more programs in here, right, that are needed now than what I simlinked. We're in need of AFL Clang Fast, AFL Clang, oh. 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 Well, and then this needs to be run with AFL fuzz. Holy shit. Thank you so much, Jacob Lee. So, did you do anything to prog? Is prog just normal? Wait, how is prog normal? What? Would 0.3 HTML speed be stable enough to add to repo? I have opened some HTML files with it and it worked. I would say in its current state, it's better than out of the box the other one. But I feel like I should solve the crashes, right? That's what I'm thinking. I would say Lawrence maybe 0.4. I don't know. Like, I guess I don't want to shoot my shot too early. Like maybe somebody tries out and it just poops itself right away. That would be annoying. So I would say maybe let me fuzz it a little bit. Okay, so let's copy the build stuff, the good build stuff. Holy cow. Okay, so we have super fuzz. Prog S. Prog name. Add executable. Prog BC step. Oh, so this would be super fuzz. Yeah, no, I'm using. So this is basically I'm trying to generate an executable that has fuzzing instrumentation in it, so that it can be used with AFL++ in a good way. So I guess we want hack around build system bug. Jesus. Okay. So basically, we want this. Everything else is the same, right? I wonder why Jacob Lee is doing this. Oh, because he wants to know what the executable name is gonna be. Right. Okay. Okay, I'm slowly understanding it. By the way, Jacob Lee is like Galaxy Brain 4D chess doing stuff on the fly, and I'm like slowly trying to get there. Oh, match around quotes. Okay. Then, so we did this. Then we need to find AFL clang. AFL path. Oh my god, thank you so much. You also did this. Holy shit. Technically, the first dot name should be the string, not the FMT. Oh, I see what you're saying. So remove this. Wait, then this FMT is not needed, right? Wait, where do you need fuzz name? Oh, it's prog name. And then use name later. You know what? It's fine for now. I'll leave it like this. It's fine. But I get your point. But whatever. So super fuzz name. Prog BC step. Oh, this is super fuzz. Okay. Well, whatever. Generate a fuzzable executable. You should install prog.exe. Yes. Oh, whatever. Let's. Okay, I'll fix the names in another moment. Accepted type, lazy path found, step compile. Oh, why? Add install bin file. What was it before? Oh god. prog.exe. All right, this is correct, right? Like this? No. Oh my god. Wait. Oh, you're already installing. Oh, that's the thing. You're already installing, so I don't need to do this, right? I need to. Okay, wait. I'm getting there. I'm slowly getting there. Change B get install step to fuzz. But wait, how do I make this depend on fuzz? Because this makes this thing depend on the default step, right? And I don't want this. So I want fuzz. Okay, I got it. Yeah. I slowly got it. There we go. Okay. Whew. Oh, this is not only generating, but it's also running, right? No, this is just generating. Never mind. Okay. Super fuzz in there. Okay. So now I can do this. Okay, I can put that there. Let's close a few things. Why is he suggesting crashes and not like run one? Oh, to make sure SCD is correct. Oh, by the way, you're right. I haven't modified SCD. I need to modify my SCD, right? Wait a second. I see. Okay, I understand what you're saying. Okay, so cd zig AFL Fox example. I look at prog. Well, I guess I can navigate from here. What was the name of that thing? Sorry, can you help me find it? Equal bytes. Oh, found it. Backend can use equal bytes. Okay, it's running. Do you have like a prediction, a suggestion, flags to use, things to change in the... For finding out default queue ID? To see if it's working. What does that command do? Wait. You mean inside of run, right? Yeah. Is this queue this queue? Okay. I'm on fish, and I think fish doesn't like it. I guess I can enter the SH. OD, unrecognized former character. I probably have a Bozo OD from Apple. Oh, -H obviously is not what it should be. I have no idea what I'm looking at though. So I don't think it hasn't found the crash yet. Is any of this output relevant in your opinion? Something isn't right. The STD is the right one. This has been put to false. Delete the cache. Build. Try XCD on one of the files in the queue. XSD. Maybe you had better dicts. What dicts do you pass in? I have very shitty dicts, probably, especially for your thing. I passed in HTML. Okay, so maybe we can do that as well. You can see on screen that it's not working. Uh-oh, is this what you're referring to? Oh, wait. Because I'm passing -n. I'm a fucking moron. Right. It isn't even there. Oh, right. Schmget failed. Right. So we're back at the Schmget. OS message invalid argument. What about not rudo but sudo? Oh. I think we're cooking. Holy shit, we're cooking. We're cooking. Oh, there's no queue. What? Oh, now it's default. Okay, now it has a different structure. Nice. Holy cow. Yes. Holy shit. Thank you, Jacob Lee. Holy shit. Found it. We're cooking. Holy shit, we're cooking. Oh. Would this be a thing, Jacob Lee? Would that? Do you think we could do that? I mean, at this point, in my case, I can work with what I have. Yeah. Just for future reference, the input corpus and the dictionary are separate concepts. You want small input files for the corpus and then a nice .dict file to make the transformations more relevant to what you're fuzzing. Thank you. Yeah, I should read more on that. I read pretty much nothing. Like I was just keeping myself busy while Jacob Lee was doing the hard work. Actually, let's remove super fuzz and let's make sure we are passing in putting there the right guy. By the way, we're rebuilding it now because we changed the standard library. Here's a basic HTML tags dict file. You probably want to write a better one that includes things like Oh, they have this stuff, huh? Makes sense, I guess, for Chrome. Oh, where's my super fuzz? Didn't I call it super fuzz? There's a fuzz executable? Okay, let's build here. We borked something. Okay, let's think about it. Oh, it's in bin. Oh, you're right, because I was thinking about my thing. My install thing was not installing inside of bin. This one is right. I'm using Jacob Bliss. Okay, I was going slightly insane, if I have to be honest, because of that. Okay. Not bad. Yeah, what a buggy program. Holy shit, not bad. That's awesome. So, thank you all. I think I know that it's a bit anticlimactic to stop here because you would want me to actually dive into the freaking thing, right? By the way, let's see what's in the queue. Oh, pretty long files. Tons of stuff. I want to see the plot. Do I have? Oh, I do have it. Oh, NFL state there? Graph output there. I don't know. Oh, I don't have it. FPlot UI? Wait, I have plot. Oh, there's no plot UI. So, sorry. Graph has that. Oh. I guess I can rename it maybe. Broken thing. Well, we tried. I'm sure that Firefox will figure it out though. Where Arc fails, Firefox will succeed. Or not. There might be another up there. I don't know. I don't see anything. It's fine. It's kind of late for me, yes. So, everybody, thank you for hanging out. What a crazy day. Oh my god, 23,000 crashes. Yeah, okay. So, thank you all for hanging out. This was great. Let me rate somebody and then we can go. What an adventure, man. What an adventure. So anybody streaming from the Zig community? Let me first check for that. Oh, Johnny is streaming maybe. Let's see if we can rate him. I'm sending you to a pretty good Zig stream. Oh yeah. So enjoy this stream. It's gonna be good. Yeah. And see you all next time.